what did they announce on Friday?
On Friday in the evening, here at Kun Island, they announced that there is a function, of which a function was intended to appease the small gods. In brief, shortly, someone has a shrine, and
Like our neighbor here in Kome?
yes, is the person. So he has a shrine, and when he's preparing for the rituals, he does not do it in the darkness. So he wants people to show he wants to show people broad daylight that actually is the most powerful. That's according to me, the most powerful, and people when they have problems can come to him. So after announcing, everyone was invited. The whole island was invited to come and attend the function. Unfortunately, I would have really gone there to see, but it was on a weekend, and I had to go to Marakai.
Joshua, did you go to that?
No,
Why not?
I fear there
Why do you fear?
because I don't worship those gods.
You don't worship these gods.
Yeah,
Which god are you worshipping?
the God which is in heaven,
What's the name of that god?
the one who created this earth.
Okay, interesting. And what are these people worshipping? What kind of gods?
Nzera.
Huh?
Nzera. They worship Nzera.
There is a god called Nzera.
Yeah.
What is Nzera?
What is it? Is a man, a woman?
Is a spirit.
A spirit.
Yeah.
Is the name of that spirit is called Nzera?
Yeah.
Wow.
And what does this spirit do? Why do they worship him?
To give them money, to be, I don't know other things, but I know one.
To make them powerful,
Yeah.
famous?
Yeah.
Or can you say this Nzira could that be called devil?
Yeah, can they be call him Nzera Nzera? They go there to worship Nzera every. I think on that coming Friday, they will go there and they worship
Is it the devil or small demons?
small demons. They are
Next
going.
Friday is
Yeah,
another ceremony.
yeah.
And do you know what they do at these ceremonies?
I don't know.
What now we know. What did they do?
Yes. So what they do? Of course, this was traced. No, I'm not surprised on what they do because it was traced in the African tradition religion. Because I studied 8 years the African traditional religion. So during this worshipping, the following take place. They tend to slaughter all sorts of animals: chicken, goats, cows, among others. The shedding of this blood is specifically to appease, to make the ancestors happy. And sometimes when I trace it back in the African traditional society, the failure to fulfill the demands. And actually, if it is a goat or if it is a cow, you don't just pick a small lousy cow. That no, you have to get the most beautiful and the most nice looking. Okay.
Do you know things like this?
Yeah.
Is it true what he's saying?
Yes.
Have you seen it happening?
Yeah.
Where?
There.
So you attended
Yeah.
once.
No. My friend told me that you come and you see. I went there and I didn't go there. There we are doing those things. I didn't went there in that
Mm-hmm.
and on that hut.
Okay. But
I stopped there and on the lake.
okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't see anything.
Yeah.
You did not see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so during these specific functions, I told you, actually, according to the story now, as I have just from what I have said, a cow that was slaughtered last week, it has been prepared for several months, look very good, and they know on this specific date, this is what we are going to slaughter. It is equivalent. We are sure that it is going to appease. It is going to appease this small god.
Yep.
The god they are worshipping.
Yes.
So what is disgusting, what I did not hear, is the person when they start worshiping, this person gets possessed. The one that gets possessed is this specific person, whom they choose to sit in that person as the head of everything, because they're not going to be in trees. Of course, they're going to be on the person and a human being. So when according to the stories, so when they attack this person or when they possess this person, the spirit, the normal person we normally know is aside. So these spirits take over the whole system, the whole body. And now this becomes the possessed person becomes extremely powerful, unbelievable powerful.
So now in this specific case, they chose a young girl.
Yeah, so in this specific case, a young girl was chosen.
You know that? You know it?
Yeah, I know that girl.
Yeah?
Because he stays there, Miende. That
Ex-
girl.
Exactly. So you know what happened to her?
No.
You don't know. So
So what happened after this girl? I think they appreciated her. So when they sat in her, she gets unbelievable energy, unbelievable force that she gets a live chicken with the mouth gets blood from the chicken.
so she was beheading with her own mouth
Yes,
the
yes,
chicken.
yes. And not only the chicken, it is too extreme that the same effort was exerted on a goat. It
She
was
had to kill the goat with her mouth.
yes, and get blood inside from the goat.
Is that? Can you confirm that?
From here, what I heard there, I heard that girl putting on his mouth the goat
Uh-huh.
when he's suckling the blood from the goat.
So it's true.
So, but I'm not surprised that she can get all of that power to do that because I have seen it myself. A group of 7, 8 men could not be able to handle a one single person possessed lady at my former school. So I know when they tell me that this is just like, even though they are powerful like how, this person is extremely has a lot of effort.
So and then they sacrificed that cow in the end, right?
So now after the goat has been the blood has they have consumed the blood. Remember, the other person is not the one taking blood. The spirits are taking the blood because
Ah.
yes, because they have taken over.
She's the channel.
She's the channel.
Okay.
The real person is not the one consuming. Someone else is consuming. So after they had to slaughter the what the this cow. But again, what I believe is that when they are slaughtering this cow, there are also some other words they accompany on the slaughtering. They don't just slaughter it like that.
For sure, yeah.
Yes. So they accompany some words also in line with appeasing the spirit. Then of course the cow is too big, and we don't expect the spirit to come and start eating the meat. That's not there. This was a joke in my tradition there before. They slaughter the animals, they put some meat, the children come eat it, the goat has eaten it. No, the goat does not eat the meat, it's not there to the spirit. So it does not consume, it has no fresh thought, cannot eat. So when they do, they slaughter, but of course I come and in some words. But I have not yet understood how the spirits consumes the blood. How? Because if they slaughter, I don't know the chemistry there. How the spirits gets the blood and is indeed says, now we are happy.
So
So
I wanted to ask you why are you scared of such ceremonies? We are a young boy. I understand you are scared, but you're also growing up in that tradition. Why are you scared?
For me, I am a born again. I can't go there.
You're a born again Christian.
Yeah, I can't go there. I fear.
You are a seriously born again Christian.
now another something also interesting. Sometimes, if your background also has issues, let's say your background where you come, the faith, the God we worship in heaven, if you are not strong in faith, attending such a function can cause disaster.
Oh, definitely.
It can arouse those ones which even are sleeping and also become a problem to it. So that's why, if I understand when it says I fear to go there, so in my sense that can also be an issue.
So, what do you think? Now it's 2022.
Mm,
We have now Christian influences, as we can clearly see.
yes.
You are Christian, he is Christian. You don't follow these traditions anymore.
Yes, yes.
How must it have been 100 years ago when there was no Christianity? 150 years ago.
That's why but now I cannot trace the history very well. 100 years ago, we had a lot of man. Do you hear about man
Yeah,
eaters,
yeah,
carnivorous?
cannibals.
Yes, very very disgusting. Actually, now I give a credit. I have always been saying this, that the coming of Christianity was like liberation of the Africa. So if right now it is still there, but it's not in large scale.
Yeah.
That's why he's fearing. Well, now imagine if the whole island was appeasing the same thing.
Huh.
That would really be a mess. At least we have a Christian. At least all of them are not. So it is still on a very bad note that up to now we have still those strange people who have completely failed to understand the principles of Christianity. Very unfortunate. And I told you they are up to now. So this is just an evidence of what I've been saying.
Yep.
That they are, despite the coming of Christianity, thank you, they really did a lot. They acted as a liberation. There are still strong traditional roots that have not been touched.
I wanted to ask you something. Are you the boy who told Joshua that there was a sacrifice in the bamboo forest?
Yeah, I am the one.
You are the one, a human sacrifice, is that correct?
Yeah.
And the purpose of that sacrifice is what? Also to appease that, what was the name of that thing?
The good is said, Zara, the good they are playing.
Yeah, the other one I told you.
Mm.
They call him Zera.
Okay, so why were they sacrificing a child? Do you know that?
No, I know one thing. They were going to sacrifice that child to build the other house which they work in.
The shrine.
Really?
Yeah,
That
a
small shrine over there?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. They were wanted
What?
to suckle the blood for that house.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's really.
Because this is a very, very serious accusation. That's murder.
Yeah.
They should be taken to court. I mean, I read an article now. If you make human sacrifice, you can face death penalty.
Definitely, according to the laws of Uganda,
Are you sure?
That's murder. Yeah, that's murder.
That is very serious. So, according to you, how does, I mean, you are scared,
Yeah.
and how does it affect the society? Because in our society, it's not there,
Mm.
not there at all. If you are successful, I will even be happy for you. So, how does it affect the society if such evil forces are really there, deep, strong, powerful, scaring young people like him? According to you, how does it affect society?
Now this of course it does not have a good impact on the society, especially to the young generation, because as he's young, what he's saying, God forbid, if he was also in line, then it would be a very long thing to break. It would be generation after generation after generation. So society-wise, of course, they're in panic. This is the child who was going to be sacrificed, a child of someone's son. You are not aware where the child has gone.
Do you know who was sacrificed?
Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
And you didn't go to the police?
They didn't, because they were not knowing that they are going to sacrifice that child. He told his father that they came when he's tying the goat to on grass, and they take that child to the bamboo sticks there to sacrifice him, and he didn't know that they were going to sacrifice.
But then the boy disappeared. Were people not looking for him?
Yeah, they looked for him for 2 days.
And then?
When they are not seeing him, and that boy, he he came up when he tied on the bamboo stick up, and he started to shout. His father heard him, and they come and they remove they and the bamboo
He
stick.
has already told
But
you
when he was still alive or when he was dead?
he was
He
still
was
alive.
still alive.
So they tortured him or what?
No, according to what he narrates to me, they got this boy when he was tying the goats.
Uh-huh.
They grabbed him.
Mm-hmm.
They tied something on the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They took him
Ah.
they took him at the point where they were supposed to sacrifice him from. But I think God was still on the hand of this boy. the sacrifice was not done on a specific on that exact day. What they did, they prepared him. They tied him on the bamboo in the air. You understand? So I think that you can, when you are going to make a sacrifice, you don't just make a sacrifice. There are other things you have to follow before you make a sacrifice. That's the traditional. That's how it is.
Do you also know that? What other things have to be followed?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one I have the idea because we studied them, how the traditional way, everything. So this boy now is tired. They are still arranging to prepare for the sacrifice. Now the boy starts making the aram. And from a point of view, even the family is now, I think, is researching where is the boy for 2 days, as he said. So by God's grace, they hear someone lamenting, they come and
But
rescue
did
the
they rescue him?
No, they didn't know. They didn't know that person who are going to sacrifice.
but the boy was not sacrificed.
Yeah,
They removed him.
yeah. They
That-
helped him.
That's now a big contradiction. First he said that he was sacrificed. Now you say he was not sacrificed.
He was to be sacrificed. When the family started searching for the boy, they
They were
had
able-
someone lamenting in the bamboo tied, ready for the sacrifice. They come and rescue the
So,
boy.
so that person is still alive.
Yeah,
The
and-
boy,
yeah.
How is he doing?
is he mentally okay?
Yeah. No, he has here the wound. There, those persons saw the wound here. And
They cut him.
Yeah,
Hey,
here.
they had already started shedding blood.
Huh?
They had already started shedding blood because that they had cut on the arm like this. So there is a very big wound,
Really?
Yeah.
which shows
You saw it
That
yourself.
boy has a wound here and the hand.
So how do you feel to live here on this island?
For me, here on this island, I don't know what is going in ahead because for me, I fear this island.
You fear the island.
Yeah,
he said he doesn't. I don't know if you are there, how if you have got the point very well. He said that he doesn't know what is going ahead or what is coming ahead. So really, very very scaring. That's why I told you, feared to sleep in the other house. Stories like this, anything can happen.
You're really fearing to sleep.
Yeah, the stories like this. This is okay. I knew it is there. I studied, but I never knew up to now. It is still as a practical someone getting a live goat with the teeth.
A live human. Goat is somehow minor thing, but a live human being. That's very serious.
That is how it is. You see, that's why Africans, before we became poor, we had a lot of animals, we had a lot of things. But before the coming of Christianity, this was a serious disaster. You could not allow it to come to stay in Africa. They started by chicken. From a chicken, they will prosper to a goat. From the goat, they will ask you for a cow. And the biggest blunder you can ever do is to ask you something. If you have been obeying the rules and you fail to fulfill, that becomes the end of everything. You either become mad and you just keep taking things on the street, or
You become mad because these spirits are possessing you or what?
yes, if you have entered into an agreement
Ah.
and failure to do what, and failure to fulfill their demands, a disaster happens. Either its children dies or your wife dies.
Do you have a family here?
yeah,
Mother, father, sisters?
yeah. We have. I have only mother.
Only
My father
mother?
died.
He died of what?
He died for the sickness.
Sickness.
Yeah.
So, and your mother is also Christian, or did she go to that ceremony?
No, he's a Christian.
She's also Christian.
Yeah.
And your sisters?
Even them, they are Christian.
What made you a Christian?
What?
Why are you a Christian?
For me, my mother is a Christian. He born me when he is a Christian, and me from there, I am a Christian.
How old are you?
15 years.
So, but you must make a conscious decision. The question is, why are you a Christian? Why are you a Christian and not one of these people worshipping that small god?
Because for me, I know trouble which can come from those things. I can't worship those
You
things.
know that they can cause trouble.
Yeah.
Why are you a Christian?
I'm a Christian because this was traced. At first, we did not have Christianity. We did not know God, whom God to worship.
Well, you had some sort of a god.
The God we had was there, but this was a God. Actually, it was instant. Whatever you could ask here, I told you these stories. Whatever you could ask to could be provided, but again, you would pay in return.
Ah, so
Yes.
it was not a god really.
It was not.
Okay.
It was something like it. I don't know how I can.
A deity.
Yes, you do this and you give this.
Okay.
But now the God we are worshipping, you don't need to offer it. Even though you have nothing, you just have to give him your heart and everything is going to be added to you. So it is less stressing. Just kneel down, say, God, I want A, B, C, D, and keep quiet. And God is just going to do it. You don't even need to give him, he doesn't need a lot. Because we believe, with the Christian, we believe he is the owner of all the riches, he's the owner of life, he's the owner of everything. So you don't need to, again, there is nothing. What you can either do, it is maybe if you have two clothing, give this one who doesn't have, remain with one. That's what God wants. But here, we take animals now, a child is being sacrificed. Not nice stuff.
Would you agree with him?
For me, I I just say that if I have one thing, if I have two things, I can give my friend one and I remain with one, and that God bless me.
Uh-huh.
And that,
So you want God's blessing in your life?
yeah.
Okay. Anything else to say?
No.
No?
So what I can say in the conclusion, I want to say I appreciate our viewers and thanks for keep on subscribing. And another thing in the conclusion, the reason as to why the continent of Africa has still remained somehow stagnant are these unheard of behaviors. We are right now in the 21st century. Things of 100 years ago, really, to me, they are not nice. So how I pray that people can adopt and live this stuff, because if I'm your neighbor and really you are doing witchcraft, of course I'm not going to live in harmony. First of all, I'm scared of my life, scared of my children, scared everyone. Is the whole community is in a mess. So how I pray that people break these chains and we follow the Almighty God, then everything would really be very, very
I
perfect.
think it's a very big curse on this continent
Very,
because it
very.
stretches from the east
Mm.
to the north and to the west and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe something you have not asked, you would have said, why are these people not giving up? Despite the terrible things, why are they still consistently doing it?
uh-huh.
Even as said next Friday, there is another
True,
function.
true.
Now,
Unbelievable.
yes. Now, the purpose of this, when they do this, when they do such gatherings, first of all, the world has seen. It is in broad day, right? So they have seen the powerful of these people, and these are the people that plant things in the way, plant things, send things on the people. These people become possessed or become attacked with the demons. They are their own things. So when you get possessed, you are not going, even though you go to which country, you are not going to be healed. Himself, the one who has sent you a spirit, is the one to say, please leave him. So it is a way of them getting riches. However, Satan is dirty, or the spirit does not like good things. Ask me why. You find a witch doctor who is saying that he's giving riches. When you look at him, the dressing code, where he's working from, completely disgusting. How can such person bless you before he blesses himself? Meaning that even this money they get from even this money they get from the people, again, Satan makes them do buy alcohol, drink, smoke. That's the end of it. So there is nothing like an advancement. There's nothing like a development. They just remain. They have their own society.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah. So that is the main point as why you see some those who are still strong. They benefit in it, but they don't prosper. They remain on the lowest.
Well, some prosper, as we know. Some prosper. When you bury a child in a wall, as I was told many times,
Yeah,
then
some.
some people they do prosper for a certain time,
Then after, do you know why after they don't keep on succeeding? The reason is when you, let's say you have sacrificed someone's daughter or someone's son, you have put him in your business, the clients are coming like now they are flooding in. After it is on a specific duration. After these things are going to be thirsty again. They are going to demand you.
I get it.
It is going to be disgusting, killing a human being. You are scared, even yourself you are scared.
Yep.
So it is when they start withdrawing from this. And when they started withdrawing, these things cause unbelievable diseases. Actually, I have never told you this, but I had, let's say, like an uncle, because I have very many relatives behind me. This gentleman was in, what they call it, Illuminati. He had made an agreement. But the thing was the rate at which they were demanding him things was really shocking.
Really?
The goats, chicken, now they wanted the daughter.
And that was in Windy or what?
In the part of wind, some side of part of wind.
Uh-huh.
So the gentleman, they asked for the daughter, and this was the most loved person in the family.
Are you
He
serious?
said, God forbid, I am not. I am now, I have left. I am no longer going to follow your things, me, I'm done. They
And then?
said, they caused for him a disease.
Like what?
The man started rotting. They took the gentleman in, you know, do you know these hot springs where
Yes, I know
they
them. Yeah.
treated him in any kind of way? All hospitals, the man had to rot until they buried him. Because he said, let me die, but I'm not willing to take over, to allow my child to go. He became very poor. Everything disappeared. Everything. Houses had fall. The cows died.
Really?
The man went to zero and he died in miserably. They could bring all sorts of preachers to come and maybe preach. Nothing could happen. And again, I realized these ones who come, let's say they have come to do the preaching. Let's say someone is possessed and they say, come and preach, and so that the ghost can go. If you are not really connected with God properly, not having, you know, some people can say we are pastors, but you are not really on the principles of Christianity, there is an issue. You can even cause more problems. Because we at my school, everyone, the 90% of the ladies are possessed. They bring a pastor, the pastor starts praying, and the whole school becomes chaos, and the pastor is almost going to be killed.
Almost to be killed.
They had to attack him, saying, fire, these one, those who are possessed are coming to attack. So you must be having a very good connection with God. When you speak, actually, even you don't need to speak. You should just look at you and they just go away.
Yes.
Exactly what God did. He was not fighting with them. I don't remember when he was playing tirelessly.
Do you remember 2018 when they killed these 30 women here in Entebbe?
It was the most scary moment I have ever had. Because
Absolutely, and they removed breasts, vagina, ovaries, stuff like that.
yeah,
What's the purpose of these sexual? It's like a sexual ritual, more or less. You have any experience with that?
now according to the stories, they are on a human being. They are specific areas or specific parts that these things are also interested in. They are not going to ask you for the timing for what. So they are interested in either the private parts of the person. They are interested in the ladies. Are interested in the breasts, which means that they are small gods for the breasts. So they demand specific areas, specific. They don't just say bring the arm for what. So they target.
But we don't know specifically what they are intending with that stuff.
I know.
But they were all hunted down like this. It was very shocking.
It was the most shocking moment, and I think that the security personnel. I don't know. It was disgusting. It was like something planned. It had its own duration, and it says that they have
Yeah, one of a sudden it stopped.
it stopped. But I think there was an issue. It was really bad.
I think we can take that, what you said now, as a message for Africa.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not only Africa, even in other countries we have these black magic spells and stuff like that.
Yeah, those who still believe in them, someone who, if he has his own religion, then sometimes you might not be able to influence too much because the gospel has been preached everywhere.
Mm.
I think really this should be like, I think judgment is coming nearer. People have preached the gospel on the roadside. I think everyone has had. But these ones who have really insisted, then we cannot influence in their peace. Then we wait for judgment, and God is going to punish
Amen. Thank you very much,
them. Thank you.
Joshua.
Uh, uh,
All right.
so
All,
thank you very much.
yeah.
See you.